We are talking about 200 Ugandans that were evacuated okuva Sudan. The other day, nabadde ambassador w'eggwanga erya Uganda mu Sudan ng'atugamba nti they got some good buses ezaabayambyeko okutambula nga bayita ku ttaka mpaka ko Bahir Dar stadium mu ggwanga erya Ethiopia gye baagenze ne bafuna awo bafunidde ennyonyi okuva ku kisaawe ekya Ethiopia mu Bahir Dar ne bafuna ennyonyi ya Uganda Airlines ebayambyeko okutuuka leero nga bukya saawa zibadde nga advisor for senior presidential advisor for special operations ateranga president gwe yakwasa eddimu okusupervisinga enteekateeka yonna ey'oku evacuating Uganda okuva mu ggwanga erya Sudan abali mu kulwanagana. We've been telling you about that war in Sudan between government forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces abatandika okulwanagana just this month mu makati gwago, I think on April 15th. So okulwanagana kubadde kuwo nga kugenda maaso mpaka kati ensi ez'enjawulo zo zigenda maaso n'okununula n'okurepatriating abantu baazo n'eggwanga erya Uganda nalyo kyaddaaki lyasobodde okununula bannansi baalyo nga bwolabaawo enkya lunaku olwaleero. General Muhoozi Kene Rugaba yoyo ayambadde akakofiira ne camouflage eya that looks like a UPDF jacket of a sort nga kumakya sawa nearly sanga mwenda nga yaniriza obanga receiving bannayuganda bano ababadde evacuated okuva mu ggwanga erya Sudan. Those are pictures, they were actually waiting. Nenga, we can now confirm we are talking 211 Ugandans that have now arrived in Uganda. They have been repatriated from Sudan where there is war. Congratulations, I think, first of all, Embassy Uganda. Number two, government of Uganda. I want to thank you for this initiative. It's not something that I think came very easy given the tense situation that is in that country. Eranga bobera otunudde mbadde ngoberera ebigambo bya ambassador Semuddu, Haji Semuddu, ambassador wa Uganda mu ggwanga erya Sudan leero ku makya nga nti well, out of the more than 500 people aboogerwako ng'abaakafiira mu lutalo South Sudan, including, by the way, some people who are not natives of Sudan. Uganda tetuyinaamu n'omuntu n'omu eyafiiridde mu lutalo luno. At least tulabye nti nawankubadde abantu abafudde we bali, nawankubadde abakoseddwa we bali, no Ugandan has been injured. Neither do we have any Ugandan that has lost life mu lutalo olugenda maaso, which is a good thing that we need to be thankful about. Twebaze Katonda, twebaze na buli omu asobodde okubaako nekyakola okuyamba abayizi Ugandan students in Sudan, okuyamba abakozi traders, abasuubuzi n'abantu abakola emirimu egy'enjawulo mu ggwanga erya Sudan gyabadde bawangaalira. Now we can speak with authority that they have safely been evacuated and arrived in Uganda. This has been a successful mission, I can say, kubanga, like I said, they used buses okuva Khartoum okugenda mu ggwanga erya Ethiopia. Yesterday nabadde njogerako ne akulira Ethiopian community in Uganda nangamba nti we are doing everything, and actually we are helping our Ugandan brothers kubanga fe abamu wali ku nsalo ya Sudan ne Ethiopia gye basoose okugenda ate ffe gye tuva. So we are coordinating with the Ethiopian nationals that are back home okulaba nga they give whatever support that is necessary eri bannayuganda badduse ekibambulira mu ggwanga erya Sudan kubanga bafuna we basula, bafuna ekyokulya, bafuna okuyambibwako mu nnaku olubiri ze bamaze awo mu ggwanga erya Ethiopia nga bakava Sudani. So this is a good thing, and now our plea now would be nti oba tekyali komye bukomi ku bano, because I anticipate we have so many other Ugandans actually abali mu ggwanga erya Sudan. I want to think so, that could also wish to be repatriated or even evacuated from that tense situation, as you see. But many thanks to the government of Uganda olwa ekikolwa kino kyebakoze okulaba nti bayambako bannansi okomezebwawo nate wano munda mu ggwanga erya Uganda. It was, like I said, 2:30 in the morning that a group of Ugandans, more than 200, arrived in the country from Ethiopia after coming from Sudan, where war is happening. Chizamu Amanyi, we want to thank the government of Uganda, we want to thank the ambassador and the embassy of Uganda in Sudan, and everybody that has played a very, very big role, rather, in seeing the return of Ugandans that were stuck earlier mu Khartoum olw'olutalo olugenda mu maaso mu kitundu ekyo. Well, bino byonna byogera nga Honorable Godfrey Kabbyanga Baluku, State Minister wa ICT and National Guidance, amaze okubeera nga atwegatako. A very good morning, sir.
Yes, morning, Adam.
Good.
Nganeyo yirwa
abukire
abukire unaboro
so sanso kulaba
ikare sebo
amsa kubantu sebo
abatuliza bonna ku TV ya Baba TV wasuze mtia nange nasuze bulungi
tukwaniriza ko TV y'obwacha abazinga bwa Busoga
we bali nnyo sebo aba Busoga kodeyo
muri mutya mu ministry ya ICT.
Ministry tutambula bulungi emirimu tugitambuza ate omanyi nawo oli mu ministry ya ICT.
Inze mwe muntu wala butwaze nga bakama baffe naye nze siriyo
muri bakozi baffe kati omanyi ba lawyer bonna bakozi ba kooti
so ne banna mawulire
bakozi ba ministry ya ICT
government ya mwetro tukuba emigo mukuba abaana bammwe
abaana mwana bwabatawulira bakubako omuggo naye mpola mpola.
Honorable, let's start it away from where you found me, but now Uganda, 200, more than 200 Ugandans have been evacuated from Sudan by government of Uganda, and they arrived this morning in Kampala. To begin with, where did you start this operation? What does it mean for the country, and why now?
You know, government must ensure they protect their people and their property. That's one of the major responsibilities of government. And you should protect your people wherever they are. Even when they are in another country, their security, you must be very much concerned about their security. So that's why every time you go to another country, if there is an embassy, you should report there so that they know you have what? You have entered as a Ugandan. Apart from commercial diplomacy, economic diplomacy, those embassies are representatives of the country there. And apart from doing those other things, they are also, their other responsibility to ensure the citizens of their countries are well protected and secure. So automatically, when there was war in Sudan, it was our responsibility as government to ensure our citizens who stay there are protected. And when the situation escalated, just like any other country, there were evacuations, and therefore we also decided to evacuate our citizens who were staying there. The known ones, because you may meet there people who are there but are not known by the embassy. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, working with Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Internal Affairs, and all other ministries, and working with the authorities in Sudan, they collaborated to ensure we evacuate these citizens from Sudan back home. But there are some who also went through other means, because the ambassador has given a breakdown of the evacuees, but there are some who went through their own means, but at least they are accounted for.
Oh, okay. So you're saying abamanyiddwa abamu abadde beetaaga okujja baleeteddwa. Does that mean wakyaliyo abalala?
Wayinza kubanga wakyaliyo abalala, kati abazze abo embassy bebadde manyi, oba embassy bwe yateekako ekirango bali ne bajja ne bayewandiisa. Naye waliwo abantu babeera mu nsi nga tibeewandiisa mu embassy, kati abo nabo babeeramu. Kati ne mu Uganda muno muyinza kubanga mulimu abakongo, embassy ye Kongo nga tekoze eki nga tebamanyi, kati ng'ewaffe eri nga bwotulaba. Abantu bayinza kubanga baliyo mu kaseesa omwo bayogera lukonzo naye nga bakongo, embassy ye Kongo nga tebamanyi ndi bali mu Kongo. Kati ekizibu ng'ekyo bwe kibaawo, Congo, DRC ejja kuevacuating abo bakola ki abemanyi.
As the producer plays the footage of these people that arrived in Uganda this morning, Honorable, what explains government's immediate response? Much as it's a good thing, but we've not seen it happen so many times. This was one of the, in my view, one of the quickest responses I've seen government in Angola. Does that speak something to you?
You know, that's what normally happens, because what you're seeing, why you say you have not seen it happen so many times, is because most of the countries which have conflicts like that, you meet the Ugandans are safe. Government has to assess, are our people safe or not? And as soon as the embassy indicates that the people are not safe, you move in. But sometimes a problem like that can happen, and the embassy tells the government that no, I think our people are still safe. Because you can give me probably an example where our people were not safe and the government was reluctant to go and evacuate them. That one I've not seen, unless if you tell me that. But there was need, and government had to move in as fast as possible.
Okay.
Because we also had the means. We had the planes immediately to go and evacuate those people. Yeah.
Okay. As government, do you continue monitoring the situation in Sudan? And if you do, them not being very far from us, is the conflict in Sudan a concern to Uganda?
A very big concern to Uganda and Africa. Any conflict anywhere in the world is a concern to us, because indirectly we are affected. And when it is on the African soil, it's a very big concern. As Pan-Africans, and you know our president is a champion of Pan-Africanism, any death of any African should be your concern, not necessarily Ugandan. And the instability in Sudan has very far-reaching implications on Uganda, We are trading partners. For instance, we are all members of IGAD. So that's why now IGAD has taken over the mediation. And once IGAD is involved, then Uganda is also involved. Adam Kungu, anything that happens to an African as a Pan-Africanist should be of your greatest concern.
Okay.
Let us not look at it as a Sudanese problem.
Okay.
It's an African problem. It's a world problem. In this world, everybody is supposed to live happily. And that was God's command. We should live on this earth, enjoy it happily.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be your concern.
Okay. Katumaliza ku nsonga eyo. What happens to this Uganda? Use entebe ekiro kyekiddako gye bali.
Ekiddako, for us now, they are back home because they have reached their country and most of them have their homes. They are now going to their homes. If there are those who can't even manage, because we don't know the circumstances under which they left Sudan, you may meet there some who even when the conflict started, you just ran away, or even you ran away without even picking anything. If there are those who have reached here and they cannot manage to transport them to their
homes,
respective homes, government will still assist them
to
reach home.
Government will still assist them.
Oh yes, to reach them. The government can't fail to transport you to Mukono. It is only about 5,000 now for you who comes from Mukono. The government can't fail to give you 5,000 to reach Mukono.
Okay, yes. What does this again speak about your government in regard to responding to crises, not only those ones that are within the country, but also crises that happen out of the country that involve its nationals?
I think government now has started getting ready. We are now ready to respond to any crisis or any disaster timely. Because for instance now, one thing that made it easy is because we had our own our own planes. Yes, you know, when the president was pushing for appropriation of money to revive Uganda Airlines, everybody was like, but why? But now I think people can see the importance of having your own aircraft. Because if we didn't have, we would now be in negotiations with the Kenya Airways, Tanzania Air, Rwanda Air. You're getting me? And it takes but now here you take a decision. It's an issue of Minister of Transport, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Security to sit and agree. And Uganda Airlines will not say, first pay me. No, these are your aircrafts. You're getting me? So it made it easy for us. Actually, what even delayed them to reach here was a problem of where to land. Because most of the airports which were proposed, it was later realized that the Airbus can't land there.
That's why it was extended to Bahirda in Ethiopia.
And you know, the first airport, I think it was a big distance from Khartoum. When they reached there, the Airbus couldn't land there. Then they again drove them to another one. So that shows you that really we need to have our own facilities to respond faster to any crisis or any disaster.
Thank you. Baba TV, Honorable Godfrey Kabbyanga, Baluku, State Minister wa ICT and National Guidance, Gwendi na yetunywa ku mazzi wetukomao ensonga la nyingi olunaku lwajjo Honorable Kabbyanga yayogeddeko eri abamawulire ku nsonga eziwerako ku tteeka ery'ekisiyaga, yayogedde ku nsonga y'amabaati, yayogedde ku binnya mu nguudo, n'ayogera ne ku byobulamu mu ggwanga as the hashtag Uganda Health Exhibition continues. Katuje tandikira watoto.
ni gangamka ku Baba TV. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart, Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
Buyugira nyaffe Uganda ku Radio Africa. Tolemwa kumwenya. Oluwaka mwenyu akajjudde abanywanyi. Embeera y'obudde yatukolako mukwano. N'obutonde obutubeezaawo. Ne butusobozesa buli omu okubeerawo mu ngeri ye. Kuba ffenna tuli banjawulo ne mu ngeri gye tukwasaganyamu emirimu gyaffe. Naye ekitugatta ne tufuuka omuntu omu. Bwe buwoomye obuva mu kyokunywa. Ekyaleeruya jingated drink. N'aleeruya tamarind drink. Eddekende erikumala ennyonta ate nga wejjanjaba omubiri gwo. Ekyokunywa kino kye kitegeera emibiri gyaffe kuba kya butonde 10 ku 10. Woomerwa ekyokunywa kirimu omubisi gw'enkooge. Aleluya tamarind drink n'aleluya jingated drink bikolebwa ba Aleluya Reflexology Healthy Solution and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Weefunira ekyokunywa kya Aleluya leero okuva ku maduuka wonna. Bakubire ku noti 393 24 15 6
Baluku Zuku kanesanyu Cross farm never kanga mumbaja Lunakulupia bila tabi pia Cross farm achusi zabola mwa Mama never kumuza mulungi wangazi Wakolebwa n'obukugu obuchasinze
Tupwaniriza mu family yaffe y'emifaliso gya Rose Form. Muno mwe muli buli kika ky'omufaliso kyonna kye wali owulidde. Rose Form, ensi y'ebirooto ebirungi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're descending into Entebbe Airport. For those proceeding to Kampala City, the biggest event in East Africa is in town.
And here is more good news. The East African Business Expo will now take place from May 4th to May 7th at KCCA Ground, Lugogo. Join us to network, connect, and grow. Sign up now for exhibition or sponsorship opportunities. The East African Business Expo 2023 is now bigger and better.
Now sit back and relax. It's time to explore great business opportunities.
Ngakubira mwenda May ku Kampala Serena Hotel. MTN Mobile Money F2 komisa kisemakura. Mulago lutabanga lwe batumye. Mistake at 46 concert. Shilingi emitwalo 10. VIP tebo ya milioni 3. Abema seka mu mulinda ku Sunday nga 2 mu May. Ku Maria Flow. Shilingi emitwalo 2. Eno live music concert. The biggest Uganda live concert. Nga music, stage, hamatala, first class. Ogenda kakasa feno negwe. Tugenda bendongo. Booking anga buchari. Kwa noti msanvu mkaga 3. Nya 0. Mkaga 3. Msanvu nya. Mofemu mwe. Oi. Nzija wa tikiti ya misachi. Muliwa. Mujene jana be first class. Ebi wana be. Babe, my rent is due. Be smoothie. Be fast charge. Ebi tagala kulinda. Ebi ako excuses abasacha. Misachi at 46 concert. Kampala Serena Hotel. Komina mwenda May. Yuwajidwa Sema Properties. Capital FM. Papa Sport. Big Pharma. Hillwater. Buganda Land Board. Venom Records. Serena Hotel. Yeah.
MTN.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Baba TV.
Baba TV nze Adam Kongo program ganga mukakwetuli dakiika bulabiri mwene kwere sawa esatu kusawa satu Joseph Tamale Mirundi agenda kubeerawo ne Simon Myanga Lutaya era okwongera okunulira ensonga ez'enjawulo nga bwe ziri. Tuli ku Facebook tunoonyeeko Baba Television Uganda, Baba Television Uganda. We are streaming live. Oba ogende ku Twitter at Baba TV Uganda, at Baba TV Uganda. State Minister wa ICT ne National Guidance nga tufuna position ya government nga bwowulira. Okay, honorable, twalabye era tukyalaba na Uganda nga bakozesa emitimbagano okusoomooza government. Ugandans are challenging government using social media on the so many failures. I don't know whether they're failures per se or some sort of incompetence or failure to deliver services. Twatandika na nguudo mu Kampala kati ekiriwo kya byabulamu aganya mu makubo. People are showing again ebizimbe biri dilapidated, ebyamalwaliro, amalwaliro gatalina bikozesebwa n'ebirala. First of all, does this concern you as government?
Yeah, it's a great concern, and personally, if the public comes out and says there is a pothole here, that's feedback. And me, that doesn't scare me at all. And just as I said yesterday, so long as that pothole is in Kampala and you have not photoshopped it from Kinshasa or from another country, it's okay. Because we also have in this country, although we have departments for feedback, we have the Government Citizens Interaction Center. Those are the things we are supposed to do. We are supposed to keep in touch with the public to know what the challenges are. We have the digital media unit in the house in the Ministry of ICT. That's what they are supposed to do. So whoever comes up with the roads exhibition in the KCC,
should be addressing whatever issues that exist without necessarily waiting for the people to let you know them.
Government is just like your family. Look at your family.
My family has my wife, I have Rahma, I have Rashan.
From what's there now, and ask you are a small girl, will she tell me she has everything? Probably there are some things which she wants, but you cannot provide because of the limited resources. So you should look at government from that perspective. Government would like to provide everything to their citizens. Government would love that all their citizens are happy. Government would love that all the infrastructure is as good as possible as the citizens want. But because of limited resources, there are some challenges and there are some things which government may not do the way citizens would want.
I would have that one. Provide the best income to my family. We find myself because I'm not like away. Just put it, clothes, best clothes. Remember, someone bapangika wakiri a meal a day mwana abali nakulamba nakubinga tali with me as a family. Now, based on the photos we are seeing, waliwo abasawo tebalina gloves mu malwaliro, enguudo ezimu honorable mu Kampala wano nga aganya gasazeeko oluguudo, the entire road, not one road, not two, but so many. Do you still say government can't provide everything when it has failed on the basics?
And there are roads which are good in Kampala.
Come again?
And there are roads which are good in Kampala. Have you shown them? I've come from Charwajala, Naria, through the bypass up to here. Isn't that road good? You know, you are showing the bad side, but you are also not showing the good side. The other day we traveled to Kasese with you.
I went and saw the roads are very good in Kasese.
Exactly. Why are you not also appreciating that? That's why I'm saying government would love that all the roads are good, beautiful, but because of limited resources, some roads are not done. And then I think one thing where we have not yet got the correct strategy is road maintenance. Because after we have done these roads, how do we keep maintaining them? I think that's where we need to improve. We need to come up with a robust
So you're saying there are many other roads in Kampala?
Oh yes.
And there are many good health facilities in the country?
Yes, they are there. But I think we haven't come up with a robust strategy of road maintenance. Because these potholes, sometimes it starts as a small pothole and then we don't repair it and it expands. And me, I think that's where the problem is.
Doesn't this speak to a failing government?
No, it doesn't speak to, I don't know what you call a failing government. I have told you, there are roads which are being built now. And you people, when you see health exhibition and you see their health centers without gloves or what, then it becomes government, health sector is ailing. Health sector is not ailing, it is overwhelmed. With this population increase, you're getting me? Fertility rate at 3.6%. Government is under pressure because it is overwhelmed. Mainly, there are some sectors which are overwhelmed. Health, education with UPE. Every child is going to school. You meet a class has 200 children. One class like this. The education sector is overwhelmed. But you also fail to understand that the survival rate of children is now high because we have managed to control the 5 killer diseases through immunization. And you are not appreciating that. But because you have reached a hospital and probably a glove is missing, you don't bother about what about these children who are now not dying at infancy, which is shooting up this population and therefore big pressure on the health sector. The health sector is overwhelmed. You're not looking at that. But all these roads which you are talking about, yes, there are roads which have failed because of maintenance. Most of these roads, when you look at them, they were tarmacked. But probably due to lack of maintenance, they have developed those gullies.
Okay.
So we need a strategy. After we have made the road, how do we manage the maintenance?
The other day, the executive director of Kampala said they so much want to work upon the roads in Kampala, but they cannot due to limited resources, limited funding. And one wonders why government is not helping to fund, different activities in the city. Why are you not able to sufficiently facilitate the maintenance of roads in Kampala?
One, obviously, the resource envelope. Our resource envelope is not good enough.
I thought this was a priority, roads.
Oh yes, but there are also other priorities. Even if it is a priority, you can't say all the money we are collecting from URA, we should give it to KCCA. There are many other things. There are roads, there is health, there is education, there is security. You see? All those are sectors that need money.
Honorable,
yes.
From where you're sitting, how are you looking at these exhibitions making rounds on social media? Me
as a government communicator, when I receive them, I feel this is good because now, you know, there is, in Uganda here, now we have bottom-up planning, feedback from the population.
So you take this in good faith?
Very good faith.
I thought it is denting government.
Not at all.
And, you know, unmasking your failures and publicizing them to the world.
There is nothing to mask. You know, if we are masking, we would probably be putting roadblocks that nobody should pass where that pothole is. So what have we masked that they are unmasking? You can't tell me that I have unmasked you when you have not met me with a what? With a mask. Now, like I'm here, I'm looking at you. Am I hiding my face? So
has the government been exposed?
The government has not been exposed because we know that those potholes are there and we are planning for them. For instance, and two, that feedback is also good because as soon as that exhibition came up, and I think the KCCA leaders met the president, and the president had already followed because our president follows everything. And he said, okay, I think let me direct, because he's the Minister of Finance. Let me direct Minister of Finance, please,
to release
some
6
billion
funds, just 6 funds
per quarter.
Per quarter.
Yes.
That's about how much in a year?
In a year that will be 24 billion.
24.
But that's for maintenance. Now,
and KCCA said they want 100 billion.
Exactly. Now, cabinet is discussing some program, and the government is looking for money to fund it. For now, major overhaul of KCCA roads. But the only thing the president has guided, that we shouldn't work on every small road. You know, when now you say, let us make a major overhaul, then politics comes in. Kungu close, please put there Kungu close. And then he said, but no, that one is not now the issue now. We should look at the campus. West, east, north, south, northeast, southeast. We look at when you are coming from Gulu and you are going to Sheraton, which, and Sheraton, you know, is in the center. Yes. You must be on good road without any pothole. If you are coming from my office at ICT, you are going to Kasese, you should know if I go through Masaka Road, I will leave, join Entebbe Road to Chibuye to Masaka, no pothole. If you are going to Hoima, you should move from post office through all those roads up to Hoima, no pothole. Then when we are done with that,
is that possible?
Yeah, yes. We are studying the program, and the government is going to get money for that.
Okay.
Yes, so that we can overhaul those major roads, and then after we have done that in KCCA and the metropolitan area, then we can now go to those auxiliary roads.
Okay.
Yes.
Akadek again, Honorable. We've seen the president meet members of parliament on the anti-homosexuality bill 2023. He started by meeting Ababakaba NRM, our parliament. Then a day, I think today being a Thursday, on Tuesday, he met again the members of parliament on the legal committee. The other day, Deputy Attorney General yabayo n'ekiwandiiko wamu ne government chief whip nga batugamba nti ebbago lino mwalimu obulumira president sokeriddeyo abaka balyetegereze. What is the current stand by government and the president on this?
First of all, as a country,
this is the president meeting
yes.
I think some of the members of parliament ku nsonga y'ebbago ku Kisiyaga.
Ekisooka tiwali omu awakanya ebbago lino. Tiwali omu mu gavumenti.
President yalisaako mukono.
Taliwakanya. Tawakanya and the homosexual bill. He has not said. Actually, if there is anybody who badly wants to assent to that bill so that it can be law, is the president.
Really?
Members of parliament overwhelmingly supported. I think only 2 members came and proposed. The rest overwhelming. I have never seen parliament full like that day. If you show the photos there, you will see it. Cabinet.
Others even voted via Zoom.
Exactly. Cabinet overwhelmingly.
Oh, you're not telling me. This is the news.
In the cabinet, there isn't even any single person. Even that, the Attorney General who you are talking about doesn't oppose the anti-homosexual bill. The president is actually, if he was not the president, he would have been one of the sponsors. But when he started it, I think one thing, he didn't follow it when to went to parliament, because he's also a leader. He's also a member of parliament in his own way. So he found that there was something which we didn't look at critically. And I think if you listen to Attorney General, to the Speaker, Deputy Speaker of Parliament, he has already indicated where he thinks there was, we didn't look at it critically.
Yes, there's something.
Because he's saying, for to suspect me to be a homosexual, when you have not found me in the act, should you arrest me?
No.
That those are now that one was not specific. 2, if someone comes out and says, I am a homosexual and I want rehabilitation,
I want to change.
Should you arrest that person?
According to the to the bill, the way
Yes,
it is,
yes, exactly.
as long as you identify that
Exactly.
you are a homosexual,
you have committed the crime.
You've committed a crime, and punishment is 20 years in jail.
It's like when you say, I stole Kungu's shoot, but now I've handed in myself.
They arrest you.
They arrest you. Now that is the problem. So he said, no, this is a behavioral issue. We have all accepted that it is a behavioral issue. It's not genetic. And any behavioral matters. You can change. You can be castled and what? And change. So he says, why don't we also look at that? That we shouldn't victimize people for behavior matters. So he has already, I have not seen his letter. I think I'm going to meet a copy in my office. But I will send you what he wants.
Oh.
And sincerely, he's very genuine. Says you cannot just find people and then someone says these ones are homosexual. Have you found them practicing homosexuality? Yes. If you suspect them, you can call them.
Okay.
And you castle them.
Okay.
So as soon as that is done, he's going to sign. And he's very anxious.
Is that an assurance you're giving?
Very, very anxious. His hand is itching to sign. I'm telling you, his hand is itching to sign that.
As long as these provisions are
exactly. For him, you know, our president is a very good president.
Okay.
He's someone who hates victimizing anybody. He wants you, if you are to face the law, you should face it on a case which you understand very well.
This was his tweet.
And which is not malicious.
Yes, he said, I met with Parliamentary Legal Affairs Committee and other parties with interest in the Anti-Homosexuality Bill 2023. We discussed exhaustively the elements of the bill. The public will be informed after Parliament discusses it further.
Yes.
President Yoweri Museveni.
And he has already said, me, this is my, and the legal minds also said, yes, I think we had forgotten. You know, the legal fraternity, I like them. Because for them, they always think a law is never conclusive. That's why you meet the chief magistrate acquits you, there is an appeal, the high court convicts you, there is an appeal, and then the Supreme Court acquits you. And all of them are using the same word, the same law. So that's why when you are dealing with anything to do with the law, you must listen to every opinion.
As we conclude, Labor Day, are there some special arrangements and organizations by government?
Yes, Labor Day will be celebrated in Namutumba on Monday, and His Excellency the President is expected to be the guest of honor. But the theme is something which is very, very interesting.
What is the theme?
The theme is talking about we should promote culture and ethics at work, in a summary. Promote
culture.
Good cultural practices and ethics at work. What is killing this country are now ethics.
What is that? What's that in a layman's language?
You know,
ethics, culture?
Like you are supposed to be here at 8 a.m. And for you come at 10. But you have a program which runs from what? From 8. So you have killed that program completely.
Oh, so that's the ethic for this year?
Yeah, I mean, you must have, there must be ethics at work.
Why Namutumba?
Namutumba, you know, the big days now are circulating, are rotating around the country. And Namutumba is one of the new districts. So we thought Labor Day should go there so that people can feel government, first of all. And obviously, during Labor Day, the president has to talk about so many issues, even parish development model. So Namutumba was chosen as one of the new districts which should really host a government function, so that they can, and also ministers and other officials should go there and see the countryside and see how Namutumba is. Yeah, but the most important thing, what I appeal to the workers is, yes, there are issues of welfare and the like. I appeal to the employers to ensure they improve on the welfare of workers. The issue of the minimum wage is still on hanging. That one, government is looking at how it can be handled because it has far-reaching implications. But also workers' ethics. Corruption, for instance, is killing this country. You know, Adam Kungu, we have the money.
As a country?
As a country. Because you can see now, IGG is saying 9 trillion went into what? Into corruption.
Yeah.
How many hospitals can it
Very
be?
many.
How many gloves will it buy?
But your government, we expect you to stop this.
Exactly. That's why now I'm happy that the organs of government are working.
Where are they working?
And the corruption unit. All these things which they're exposing.
On iron sheets?
Everything, not even iron sheets. There are so many other things, but by the way, people are looking at iron sheets because the people involved are ministers.
Yes.
But if you read the IGG report, you will see what those organs have done.
So government is now real working?
Oh yes, and they have recovered a lot of money. I think I should send you the IGG report so that you talk about it. You know, talk about potholes, about gods, about iron sheets. Abatuliriza mwebali nyo kutuliriza ku Baba TV. I want to thank Honorable Wayeku for this gesture and for bringing us here to interact with citizens. And I would like also to appeal to citizens that if there is anything there, please Those exhibitions are good. Send it to us so that we can see how to
I'm surprised
to sort it out.
That you're encouraging these exhibitions to continue.
I am telling you, there is nothing we should hide. Why should we hide what is taking place in our country?
Are they in one way helping you to act as government?
Oh yes, but then I'm saying, when you bring the bad one, I want also them to exhibit the good ones. Have you exhibited Chirudu? Do you know what Chirudu is doing? With bands. No, Chirudu is specializing in what? In these bands. People who get banned.
At what cost?
Free.
I'm
telling you, go to Chirudu, you will get free service.
So
you now exhibit Chirudu. Exhibit the good road in Kasese and Moroto. Not only the potholes.
Kopapa TV, Katuje.